Hi everybody, this video is in English. Recently I received a lot of emails from YouTube users who were asking me how did I study Korean, or how did I, start to learn Korean, and if I could recommend any sort of book or program or website. I wish I could say, oh, I just studied a book, or I just studied from a website and that's how I learned Korean, but actually the way I started to learn Korean was about 3 years ago. I attended Yonsei University in Korea, in Seoul. They have a language school there for learning Korean. You can do 3-week programs there, 10-week programs, you can do a whole semester, as well as you can stay for 2 years and finish their entire Korean language program. And in just one semester that I went to Yonsei University, I really felt like I learned a lot. I mean, maybe it wasn't perfect, but you can definitely learn how to survive using survival Korean. And what's good about their program is you are constantly repeating instead of reading from the book, so you are using it conversationally. And also your classmates, they may not all speak English, you may all speak a different language, so then you have to use Korean to communicate with each other. So that's the way I started to learn. However, I do have some tips for other ways you can study Korean. So the first is have a Korean friend. Having someone to practice your Korean with, or just listening to them speak Korean, is going to be really helpful to you, because then you can know kind of situationally how to use certain vocabularies or words. And if you're having a conversation with them in Korean, very basic, and they say something you don't know, just ask, what did you just say? And when they tell you, when they explain it to you, usually you remember, oh, I was in that situation at that time and they used this word that meant this. So then you use it. And once you use it, then you can remember it. That seems to be the really big part of it. If I just listen to Korean all day long, but I never say the words, if I never use them, I'm never going to remember them. So if you are studying from a book or phrase book, you have to keep saying it out loud, again and again. And so you get used to it, get used to saying it, so that when the time comes that you really need it, say if you go to Korea, you will be able to, survive. Basically, you'll know how to order in a restaurant. As far as books go, I've studied a lot of Korean books. I studied Korean at the University of Hawaii as well, and I've used their book and I've used several other books, but honestly speaking, the best book I ever used was the Lonely Planet's tiny little Korean phrase book. It sounds crazy, definitely sounds crazy, but they have the best explanation, in my opinion, for how to use the particles. You need the subject marker, object marker, all of these things in your sentence. They don't really exist in English, not really. So it's kind of hard to get that concept. But I think they have the best explanation, and then it'll help you form basic sentences, at least. And I can't tell you how many times it saved me in Korea when I needed to eat or had to go to the doctor, especially going to the doctor and going to the pharmacy. You gotta know it. You gotta know how to do it. Other suggestions, if you don't have a Korean friend, there are several Korean dramas online where you can also find their scripts written in Korean letters. What you can do is watch the drama, compare it to the script, and look at the translation as well, and make the connection, and just keep listening and trying. And I have the same recommendation for people who are learning English too. You know, watch it with the English subtitles, or stop it, don't have the subtitles, write down what you think you hear, and then compare it to the original. Does it take a lot of time? Yes. Is it effective? I think so. So, yeah, it is time consuming, but it doesn't happen naturally or overnight. You really need a lot of repetition and kind of situational ways to remember the Korean. So, and last recommendation that I have would be livemocha.com. If you're just getting started, I think their website is really, really good, not just for Korean, for other languages. It's got the basic stuff you need: boy, girl, food, I'm tired, I'm hungry, these sort of phrases that you will probably use, even if you don't want to study Korean seriously. It'll give you the information you need to get started. So, in review, suggestion number 1, go to Korea, go to a language school. Yonsei is not the only one. There are many universities that offer this. Second suggestion is have a Korean friend, practice with them, have them teach you just basic things, and listen to a lot of Korean. Listen, listen, listen. And then try to repeat it. Third suggestion is movies, watching movies with subtitles, with the script. I know one out there is Pasta, is one drama that you can easily access the dialogue, the script. So if you need that, you can ask me. I do have it. I practice with that one. And last suggestion is livemocha.com. And of course Rosetta Stone, but I've only used it once, so I can't really say much, but I do think it looks like it's pretty good. So hopefully this gave you some help. If you have any further questions, any more detailed questions about how to, find the Yonsei website or anything like that, you can send a message to my inbox. Alright, have a great day. Bye.